Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Masjid Sharifah, Pine Settlement, Sangre Grande.
The longest surviving human being whom death has not touched yet. I am over 2,000 years old and still healthy, strong and breathing. Who am I? Assalamu alaikum. Please be sure to leave your answer in the comments below because I can't wait to read them.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Iftar Insights 2021. Today we are in Sangre Grande at Masjid Sharifah and we're going to chat with Sister Aliyah, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Aliyah.
Walaikum salam.
So we had a warm welcome when we got here, and today's episode 12 is courtesy sallyslist.com. So inshallah, we are going to enter the kitchen of this masjid because, you know, Ramadan, first thing we think about is iftar and the break of fast and food. So Sister Leah is going to take us into the kitchen and show us what happens there, inshallah. So let's go.
Okay. All right, so this is a small version of a kitchen which we always use very often to prepare meals. So we constantly been in and out of here.
And every day you prepare iftar?
Every single day, every day.
So they are making it work here in their little kitchen,
yes,
and they serve in the community.
Yes, we are.
Yes, alhamdulillah.
Right. Yes.
So Sister, what is on the menu for tonight, inshallah?
Well, we're making some famous fried chicken and macaroni salad.
And you are the head cook?
Yes, I am the only cook.
You're the only cook? Oh, alhamdulillah. And how many people do you cater for on a day?
Per day come up 50 people,
About
like
50
the regulars,
people.
and we, let's say like 70.
70.
Yeah.
So you cater extra so that you would
Yes,
share with the
because-
neighbors?
Yes, we have people, yeah.
Right,
On
okay,
the other side.
alhamdulillah. So, Sister, you accepted Islam about a year ago?
Yes, correct.
And right here in this spot?
Yes, no, not in this spot at
Well,
home,
not in the
but
kitchen,
yes,
but at
yes,
this masjid.
Yes.
Okay, so I was told that you all actually started praying on the outside. And
Yeah, under the moonlight and under the clouds, we didn't really care how it happens, but
then
we
you just
just
did
make
what
it
you
happen.
had to
Yes,
do.
correct.
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
So, approximately how many people would have accepted Islam in this
All right,
community?
140 people.
140 people, that's a
Yes.
lot of people, alhamdulillah. And you accepted last year, you said, right?
Yes, could be exact a year, yeah.
A year.
A
And
year and
this
1 month.
masjid would have been built about a year
Yeah,
and
the same month.
and 1 month.
Yes.
Oh, alhamdulillah. So that means it would have happened in April of last.
Yes. Late
April?
March.
March
yeah,
of
to
last
April,
year.
yes.
Okay, alhamdulillah. So you're going to tell us a little bit about the community and what Islam has done for the community
Yeah,
here.
sure.
We're going to go into the masjid and she will give us a little tour there as well, inshallah. So what has happened? Like, how did people start accepting Islam here in Sangre Grande?
Well, it was based on, sheikhs come with a little hamper, trying to help out the community and stuff. And, people in need, it was really hard for them. I work, right? But I wasn't too around with the hamper.
Right.
But what I noticed is that everybody was, willing to accept Shahada because, of the help, and then they want to find Allah, right? They want to be closer to Allah. And so far, I didn't really see much of a change. It have more coming in. right? Very, very
What
nice.
type of change in terms of what? What do you
Change of like, all right, you know, people like they come and accept, but they're not here, they are here. They are here still.
Alhamdulillah.
Yes, they're still here, still active at this masjid. Yeah.
And you all have classes, regular classes happening here? or-
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay, so we're gonna walk down into the back, and this is like a little makeshift step that we're using here to go to the masjid. Hi, Assalamualaikum. Okay, so we're just gonna remove our shoes and enter, inshallah. And we could just like sit right here. So we're in the masjid now, and remember we said earlier they started praying outside. There was just a concrete,
Structure, a little
yes, a little
foundation,
foundation, and that's
foundation.
what they were praying on. And now this is the beauty of this masjid, alhamdulillah. Behind us, there is a 3-step member. It's really small, but so cute, alhamdulillah. And I think you all are just really making do with everything that you have.
Yes, we are.
And your Islam is just, it is what it is. You're practicing every single day.
Everything what we do, we kind of like have the youths intact.
Right.
We tend to like kind of school them. We tend to be like their parents away from home,
Alhamdulillah.
right? Make sure that everything is good, they're safe.
Right.
You know?
So you have like 5 times a day salah happens here in this masjid. Okay, and approximately how many people would come for salah? Approximately how many people would come for salah?
How many? Well, about 35, 40.
That's a lot,
Yeah. If it's
alhamdulillah.
every day,
Wow.
like 35 or 40, yeah.
That's really good. And that's like Fajr and Zuhr, Asr,
No,
Maghrib.
probably in the later half because not everybody be at class. Some people works.
Right, okay. So you have structured classes every day, or is it like just on the weekends?
5 days a week.
5 days a week. And what time is your class?
4:30.
4:30, alhamdulillah. And that would go for like an hour or
Yeah,
two.
an hour approximately, yes.
And what is taught in these classes?
Well, the five kalimas, the qaidas, like the alphabet and stuff. Learning how to read the Quran. Yes.
How was that journey for you? You learning to read the Quran. What
I
was it
started
like?
new- Well, I started then because I'll be back and forth. I also work,
Right.
right? So, seeing that some of them like kind of like passing me, I said, "You see this?
You
I
need
don't want
to-
nobody to pass me now." I look
So you
at
put an extra effort.
yes, right.
Okay. But was it difficult, like pronouncing the letters?
Yes, still. Not the pronunciation of the letters, but starting to read a little.
So that's like the joining
Yeah,
of the letters.
from Spanish to Arabic is a kind of, a bit of a challenge for me.
Ah, okay. So you
That's
speak Spanish?
A little bit.
Oh,
A
alhamdulillah.
little bit, yeah.
So that helps you to now communicate better with the migrants who are here
Yeah,
in
a little.
Trinidad. So do you all have migrants in this area as well, or no?
Not exactly in Grande, not the heart, like up here, not up
Right.
here, but like outside of
On the outskirts.
this area, this community here. But yes, it's in Grande, but a little way out of drive to get there.
So tell me, what was your driving force for you in particular to accept Islam?
Okay, I'll be clear on this. I have family who is Muslim,
Right.
right? I have good friends, very nurses. I'm a nurse as well, right? So I interact with
Muslims
everybody,
on a
yes.
daily basis,
yes,
more or less.
right? And me personally, I like to dress like this, so it's easy to just fall in.
Right.
Right? And I say, I'm gonna take Shahada because I know so many people, it probably just my calling. It's my time to make the walk. Right? And so far I wouldn't lie to you. It's a very, very great decision.
Alhamdulillah.
I would say so.
May Allah always keep you on this deen, inshallah.
Yeah, I benefit from it a lot. And I can tell you my experience. Before, you're a bit stressful, you're just, you're in the other, religion, you might just be praying and, but when you accept Islam, is that you feel relief that you're going down to pray Allah, you're getting up, everything in a group, a lovely, atmosphere, I should say.
And you've had a good support system.
Of course, I do.
Definitely.
And then I support the youths. right? I encourage them not to, stray away from Islam, right?
Well, we could see that, like, because coming in here, everybody was so polite to us and salams and welcome. I mean, it felt really nice. From the time we parked and we saw you, it was, alhamdulillah.
That's my heart, eh?
Yes.
A heart
It's like a
warmer.
connection, yes. It was a warm connection, definitely.
Yes, and that
You could feel
happens
it.
to everyone.
Yes.
Because we welcome everyone. You don't have to be part of Islam to be welcome.
Alhamdulillah.
Everybody is welcome.
That's amazing.
What I would
alhamdulillah.
say why it is I love cooking here, although I am a certified caterer, is quote is that never go to sleep with your belly full while your neighbor is hungry. And I
Alhamdulillah,
took
that's
that
food for
quote
thought.
very serious, very, very serious. Because people may not come and tell you, hey, I need something to eat. They are ashamed, not ashamed of, shy. They're shy
Yes.
to come and say so. But it's you to offer, hi, how are you doing? How you greet people is how they see you and respect you. So that's my thing on why it is I'm here.
Oh my gosh, Sister Leah, thank you very much for sharing that with us. I mean, I know it would have taken a little bit to open and share everything with us, and we really appreciate it.
It's just nice to share the love. I don't know how far the love will reach, but I know it will reach somewhere.
Alhamdulillah. So you say approximately 140 persons would have accepted Islam here?
Yes, 60% youth.
60% youth. Oh, alhamdulillah. So do you have like a lot of females that would have accepted as well, or it's more males?
More males, more children,
males.
yeah.
And so you would have found that maybe one person in the family would accept and then,
Others follow? Yeah, something so.
is it that there's just one person in some families that became Muslim and nobody else?
No, sometimes basically more on groups. Yeah. On groups say like, all right, you see 5 youth stand up, they see that they need, to be part of Islam, they all come.
Alhamdulillah.
If one see that he's benefiting, he will tell the other, hey, listen, why don't try coming to the masjid? Come and try it out at least, because we will always go, people would invite you to a normal church and you would go. So why not take a chance? And they never go back, they stay.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, you might not see much of them here now because they may be all over.
Yeah.
But when it's time to pray, they would
Everybody
be
will come.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah. So Azan is called here like 5 times?
Yes.
5 times a day. Oh, alhamdulillah. That's so awesome. Like, I feel so overwhelmed being here. Alhamdulillah. I hope you all are enjoying today's session, especially with me chatting with Sister Aliyah, inshallah. Thank you very much for viewing Iftar Insights, and stay tuned as Iftar Insights continues. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. So sometimes your random thoughts aren't so random after all. Who said that the fast was ever meant to be easy? One of the questions we, and I'm sure you get as well as Muslims fasting during the month of Ramadan, your non-Muslim friends would probably ask you if it's difficult, how hard is it? Or, make statements, if not questions, to the effect that that must be really difficult. And sometimes we respond and we say to them, no, it isn't, because there is something about the month of Ramadan and your intention that makes the fast easy for you. Allah makes a way. But there are some days when even the best of us have very challenging days. And today, while we were coming up to Grande, just this afternoon, Asma and I were chatting with Rohan, and I was telling them that today was a very difficult day for me. Like today I felt the pangs of hunger, and she reminded me that, it isn't Allah's intention for this to be easy. And sometimes we ourselves as Muslims have to be reminded of that when we feel those pangs of hunger, and when we feel the thirst as well, that this is what Ramadan is supposed to be. But it's not just to feel that pain for no reason or for no purpose, but to build empathy for those who are in that situation for all the days of their lives, or at least outside of Ramadan. We are still doing it because Allah has commanded, and this is our duty to Him during Ramadan. But what about those who aren't doing it out of duty, but because they have no other choice? So we stopped at the quick shop to get gas to come up, and there was a guy there who asked for something to eat, and immediately your mind would go to Ramadan, and you may pass this guy straight thinking, well, he might He might take this money sometimes to go buy drugs or whatever the case may be. You know, we make those assumptions from time to time. But during the month of Ramadan, and having been in that position today, I thought to myself, spare a thought for the fact that what if he does not have a single cent in his pocket? Not a single cent. So even the kiss cake that we take for granted that we could just walk in and pick up, that's $1 or whatever, he doesn't have that ability. So we could see the abundance of food and it's within our reach, but there are those who don't have that ability. And I started off by saying that your random thoughts aren't so random, simply because Sister Alicia and I were chatting a short while ago, and she had a really incredible story about chicken that she was telling me about, and that I would like to ask her to share with you as well. So you'd understand that my random thoughts had to connect with her story so that we could have that conversation and that exchange of experiences, and in that moment have a greater appreciation for Ramadan, for Islam, and for what this experience of Ramadan and of life as a Muslim is supposed to be like. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Alicia.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Well, my story was a very simple one. I work with Rashaadi Foundation, and sometimes we are given the opportunity to distribute goods, and in this situation we were given the opportunity to distribute chicken. And this one time, so say sometimes it would be, like breastbone or chicken neck or chicken foot. And being honest with you, I never really had to have a meal of just chicken foot or just chicken neck, And I was telling you, it was a real eye-opener for me, because I didn't know what it was to feel like this is all I have, or this is all that I can afford to get, And when I saw people was most appreciative of getting chicken foot or chicken neck or breastbone, they were so happy and willing to take it. And it didn't matter at that point in time whether it was Trinidadians, non-Trinidadians, immigrants, Muslims, non-Muslims, it didn't matter. But you would see the appreciativeness in the people to get it. And it was a real eye-opener for me. And I think it was Allah giving me the opportunity to really be genuinely appreciative of what I have, of what He has bestowed on me. Because I was telling you, there wasn't one time where I had to say, well, I can't buy a whole chicken. I don't know what it is not to go to the supermarket or go to the poultry depot and say, I have to make that decision. I can't afford a whole chicken, and I have to buy just neck, or I have to buy just foot to cook. So that was genuinely a real eye-opener for me. And I think a lot of us are in that situation. Not because yes, there are people who will be like, okay, I like chicken foot, so I could go and buy chicken foot. No, I'm speaking about you're genuinely in need. Like, I cannot afford to buy chicken, so I'll have to buy chicken foot. So to me, it was genuinely an eye-opener for Allah, just showing me that He has bestowed many, many, many favors upon me. And to be genuinely grateful to Him is very important,
And I'm grateful for the opportunity to have these kinds of conversations, and I am in particular, my team and I in particular, grateful for the opportunity to be able to visit the Rashaadi masjids and the Rashaadi projects, simply because in these moments, I feel like this is practical Islam. This is not us living and operating in the confines and the comforts of our very well-built, luxurious Jamaats that have acquired wealth or accumulated wealth, or that comprise of wealthy people over a period of time. But this is us having the chance to see what it is like when you're able to reach into the communities where Islam did not exist previously, like we did in Kumana, and again today in this part of Sangre Grande. You're able to visit those communities and see where Islam begins. Islam doesn't begin with full knowledge of fiqh and of all Islamic rules. It begins sometimes with a meal. It begins sometimes with a plyboard structure because this is what is required at the time. It begins sometimes with ensuring that the education of the youngsters are intact, or at least they have an opportunity. And this is practical Islam, and I love the work that Rashaadi continues to do, and I'm completely in awe by their absolute absorption in all of these communities and all of these projects, and wish to commend them wholeheartedly and ask that you support them wherever you can, and may Allah continue to bless all the members of the Rashaadi Foundation for the work that they continue to do. May He bless all the members of this Jamaat here in Sangre Grande. Is it Pine Valley?
Pines, yeah.
Pine Valley?
Pine Village.
Pine Village.
Pine Village.
Pine Village in Sangre Grande. And if ever you can, I would like to encourage you, inshallah, to take a drive. Come visit the masjid. Come visit the masjid before it is completed, so that when it is completed, you could have a point of reference to know where it started and where it is now. Like the sister was telling us earlier, you know, where the masjid was just last year Ramadan, the little strip that they were praying on, there was no masjid. There was a strip, there was an area where they prayed, you know. And alhamdulillah, 1 year later, in the midst of a pandemic, through the generous courtesies of those who contribute toward the Rashaadi Foundation, look at where we are able to sit today. As yet, unfinished structure, but perfectly intact Islam and Deen, alhamdulillah. So,
I think you should tell them about the meaning of the name of this masjid and how it got its name a little bit.
So this masjid is called Masjid Sharifah, and since you started, I think you should continue suit, right? So Masjid Sharifah, what is the meaning of Sharifah?
It means noble.
The noble one, right?
Yeah,
The noble one.
Yeah.
So you have masjids like Masjid at-Tawbah, you know, those who seek Allah's forgiveness, etc. And this is Masjid Sharifah, the noble one, and that just ties into the name. And I'm not sure if we could share this story, but with your permission, I'd like to keep it as anonymous as I can. But one of the contributors to the masjid asked if it would be possible that the masjid be named after his mother, whose name was also Shareefa. Coincidentally enough, and this is why we started talking about there is nothing random. Coincidentally enough, the name that the members of the Rashaadi organization, Rashaadi Foundation, had in store for this masjid, or had contemplated for this masjid, was Masjid Sharifah. And then lo and behold, the brother asked if that could in fact be the name, with no communication between them. So sometimes even in our most seemingly random moments, just remember, nothing happens but by Allah's will. So even that random thought that you are having, that random experience, it is all with purpose and for purpose. This is our belief as Muslims, and this is just our opportunity taken today, inshallah, to share this reminder with you from this beautiful masjid here in Sangre Grande. Stay with us as Iftar Insights continues. It's nearing the time for the break of fast, so we'll see what the break of fast tradition is here at the Masjid Sharifah in Sangre Grande, and thereafter join with the Jamaat for the Maghrib Salah, inshallah. All right, we'll continue in a short bit. Assalamu alaikum.
Wouldn't it be nice this Ramadan for us to just spend all of our time doing charity work, engaging in extra acts of ibadah, and also spreading the word of Islam and doing dawah work, inshallah. Sally'sList.com helps you in this way because you don't have to spend the time looking for a plumber, looking for an electrician, looking for a tailor or a seamstress. You can just go to Sally'sList.com and they will provide you with servicemen and women whom you can trust and they will make the job easy for you this Ramadan, inshallah. So you don't need to waste time. Just go straight to salieslist.com, inshallah, and get all of your services done, your plumbing, your electricals, everything. They will sort you out right there. And they even do, the tradesmen also do free quotations. So even before your job is started, you would know exactly what it would cost, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum once again. You know, they say that Ramadan is a month of reflection, but right now the only thing I could reflect upon are the days of my youth now gone by, because I'm sitting amongst so many youths. I could only remember what it was like to have been this young. Brothers, assalamu alaikum. And just FYI, these are the brothers who gave us a very warm welcome when we first started off this episode and when we first arrived at this masjid here in Pine Valley, in Pine Settlement in Sangre Grande, inshallah. So thank you for the warm welcome. One of the stories, however, that we wanted to share with you at this very moment is the story of this young man. It's Hasim, right? Hasim is the Imam for the Salah, was the Imam for the Maghrib Salah, and is the Imam in practice and in training for this Jamaat here in Sangre Grande. And Hasim is only 17 years old. MashaAllah, alhamdulillah. 17 years old and already such huge responsibility on your shoulders. How does that make you feel? What is that experience like?
Good experience, alhamdulillah.
Right?
A good experience, alhamdulillah. Never thought or be here today, leading the Salah here, because I wasn't really here at the very beginning. I come along, and when I come along, I feel very, very welcome. And I wasn't so serious younger, right? But I started to take Islam more serious. I started to be at my best behavior at all times. Sheikh talked to me. He made his huge responsibility. Thank Allah for this.
At 17, and he's looking back on his younger days when he wasn't as yet involved and engrossed in the faith. What is your and my excuse, brother and sister? What is your and my excuse? Now, I have an ustad who says to me that the greatest leader is someone who is at first the best follower. So my next question then would be for the members of the Jamaat to ask you guys, would you say that Hasim has all the leadership skills that you are looking for in an imam for this masjid? Yeah, that's a fancy way of asking. You all like him or you all don't like him? Yeah. So you certainly have a vote of confidence from all the other brothers here as well. What are some of the things that we could look forward to at this masjid, or a youth could look forward to at this masjid? Because you mentioned that when you came here, you felt so welcome, right? What were the things that welcomed you to this masjid?
Things that welcome me at this masjid is when I come, everybody give me salams, nice. You shake my hand and hug me, right? And they pull me in a corner one time. As I reach, you pull me in a corner. So I talk to my brother. First time you see your face, you want to see you more often, right? Make up a group. From now on, all are riding together.
Alhamdulillah, I love it. There is somebody else here though that I would like to focus on a little bit, and that is, no masjid is complete without a gentleman like this, without a brother or a sister like this, who is dedicating literally almost all of their life's time and their work towards the upkeep of the masjid. And even though this masjid, the structure at least, is just about a year and a month old, I've come to understand, this brother has poured so much of his life's time and work and his heart. You know, some people say the navel string is buried in a particular place. This brother's heart resides with this building, with this masjid, and with this deen. And that is our brother to my left. Can I pass the mic to him? That is our brother to the left of me, in the form of brother Farhan. Brother Farhan, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
Alhamdulillah, as soon as we walked into this masjid, one of the first persons I heard about, even before hearing about the Imam, even before hearing about the work of the Rashaadi Foundation, first person I heard about upon arrival at this masjid was you, Brother Farhan. And that in itself speaks volume as to your status in this masjid, and the way that everybody appreciates all that you do. So even before I met you, I knew that if there was a prize for People's Choice, it will definitely be you, inshallah. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah to that.
What does your work at this masjid entail?
Just anything. Just anything, you could say, yeah.
When you say anything, that's the short version of saying anything that needs to get done.
Once it is for Allah, once anything is being done here for Allah, and I can assist, that is my duty. And this is a year and something now. And I want to thank the Rashaadi Foundation for coming to this area, for bringing a new life, something that I will say for all the youths to look forward to. Once they want to go forward, I want them to be here. I want to be here. I give so much for here. Just to be here. Just to see them here. Whatever area. I could do something.
Ameen. So, it is not Jummah Salah at the masjid, but that is a khutbah, well said, and inshallah, I hope, well received as well. On behalf of all the members of this Jamaat here, where we have been so warmly welcomed as well, in Pines Settlement, right? I don't know why I keep saying Valley. Pines Settlement here in Sangre Grande. We'd like to thank you for viewing today's presentation, episode 12 of Iftar Insights 2021, and thank our friends at sallyslist.com for making this possible as well. And just the same way we greeted you from this masjid with warm and enthusiastic salams, it is going to be the same way that we're ending off today's presentation of the show as well. And that is with a warm and even more enthusiastic salams now that we've become more acquainted with the brothers from this masjid. So brothers, on 3, we end with salams for everyone looking on at Iftar Insights 2021, episode 12 from the masjid here in Sangre Grande, right? Most enthusiastic salams for everyone taking at least a half hour out of their time to share the story of this masjid. You guys ready? Inshallah? On 3, 2, 3. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Hi, I'm back with the answer. Remember, the question was, I'm the longest surviving human being whom death has not touched yet. I'm over 2,000 years old, still healthy, strong, and breathing. Who am I? The answer is Prophet Isa alayhi wasallam, but you might know him as Prophet Jesus alayhi wasallam. If you got the answer correct, congratulations. If not, well, now you know. Assalamu alaikum.